Hey guys, it's TechGenie back again with another video, and it's official, this is the brand new iPhone 7. Okay, so as you probably know, Apple hosted a brand new event yesterday, the 7th of September 2016, to release a whole load of new products, updating some of their range. You've got the new Apple Watch S2, the iPhone 7, then we heard some interesting stuff about the AirPods, the AirPods. So I'm going to give you some more in-depth reviews about those later on at a different date, but today is going to be more of an overview, all you need to know about the brand new iPhone 7. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so then the first thing to note about this iPhone 7 that has come through, which is the brand new feature that was kind of anticipated, that people really hoped that they'd bring in, and finally, after a long time, they've definitely brought this in. So now the new iPhone 7 is water resistant and dust resistant. So it's not completely waterproof, but it's definitely water resistant. So it's a step in the right direction, which is a brilliant thing to see from Apple. So the next two colors that have been brought into the iPhone range are the jet black and the shiny jet black. One of them is the matte color, which kind of fits in with the rest of the range of the iPhones. They've faded out the space gray and they've got the two new colors. So now they've got the rose gold, the gold, the jet black, shiny one, and then the matte black one as well. So we think that they faded out the space gray one and they've left in the silver one. So before I move on to the next step, make sure you leave a comment down below, or you vote, if I've got a poll up here, on your favorite color, the shiny or the matte black one. It'll be really interesting to see which one you guys prefer. Okay, so the next major update to both of the phones, the 7 and the 7 Plus, was the camera. So as we predicted in our rumours video, if you haven't watched that, it might be interesting to go back and see how accurate we were when we rumoured the new iPhone 7. But we rumoured that the iPhone 7 Plus would have a dual camera system, which, as you can tell, is now the case. They've got a dual camera system on the 7 Plus, and they've still got the one camera system on the iPhone 7. So the camera is a 12 megapixel optical stabilization camera with a 7 megapixel FaceTime camera, and then it's got a quad LED True Tone flash with f-stop 1.8. That means that you can get more light, and I think you can get up to 3 times more exposure on the new iPhone 7 than you could on the 6S. Then the iPhone 7 Plus has the optical zoom with the two cameras, one of them a telephoto camera. It's got the 12 megapixel camera, the same as the iPhone 7. So this means that you can zoom in with optical zoom instead of digital zoom, which is a really cool, interesting feature to see. And of course, we've got the brand new bokeh depth of field effect that will be added at a later date. That's going to be a software update and is not built into the actual camera itself, so you can expect to see that on the new iPhone 7 Plus very soon. So the next big thing about the iPhone 7 was the display. So now the display is 25% more brighter and has a larger range of colors. So they claim on their website it's now the best color display out of all the smartphones. That's what Apple says. I'm not saying that, that's just a quote from Apple. Don't give me hate. That's what they're saying on their website, and they're saying it's going to give a better, more accurate cinematic kind of style color representation of exactly what you would see in real life, which is really cool. Apple have always been up there on the colors and their cameras on the new phone, so this is a really cool feature just to kind of see that they've bumped up their screen quality a little bit more. So then the next big thing within the iPhone 7 is the Apple A10 chip, which is 2 times faster and then has 3 times faster graphics speed, which is a massive improvement. As you look, they showed a graph of how quickly and how fast all their devices are growing in terms of their CPU performance and then their chip performance, and it's staggering how much they're growing throughout the years. So this is a definite improvement. iPhone is going to be so much faster than it was before, so I'm really excited to see what this is going to look like and how it's actually going to turn out in the physical sense when you get the iPhone. And then something that everyone has been really kind of wanting was the new longer battery life. So now the iPhone 7, you can expect up to 2 hours extra battery life than you did on the 6S, and then on the 7 Plus up to 1 hour extra battery life. So that's what they're saying, so I will be really interested to see how long the battery life actually lasts. Okay, so now you probably have noticed that the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus no longer has the 16GB option. They have phased that out, thank God, and they've replaced it with the 256GB model. So the next big thing that they introduced was the stereo speaker system. I don't know if you saw this in their keynote, but it basically means that they've got better sound quality, which looks really quite cool and will definitely be interesting to compare the 6S to the iPhone 7 if and when we can get our hands on the iPhone 7, which may not happen anytime soon, but I would like to see how they compare. And then of course was the much talked about AirPods, the interesting design that kind of looks like a hairdryer that you shove in the side of your head. It did look a little bit strange, but the new system that they've got to double tap it to get Siri, they've kind of put a lot of thought and technology into these earphones. They are incredibly mind-bogglingly expensive for earphones, $160 if you want to go out and buy a pair of these, which is incredible. There will be another independent review of the AirPods at a later date. Now, many people were wondering whether they are going to include an adapter or some new headphones in the box, and good news that they've still included some headphones in the box, but it's got a lightning connector in the bottom, so it hasn't got the 3.5mm headphone jack. That is the thing that has been removed. That was completely anticipated, everyone expected that to happen, and that definitely happened. So now in the box they've included not only the headphones, but they've also included a lightning to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter. So they've got you covered on all of those aspects, so you can go out ahead and use all of your old headphones, just click the adapter in and use that, but you probably are going to lose the adapter at some point. But it's nice to know that they've included that in the box. And then finally, to top it all off, is the whole new design. So I don't know if you've watched the keynote, but if you have, they've got some nice videos showing you the whole new shiny jet black model. They kind of focused their keynote on that model, and I have to say it does look absolutely incredible. I will be intrigued to see how slippery it is in the hand. Some people think it's going to be super slippery. I think it's still going to have a little bit of grip and you'll be surprised, similar to the Samsung, but it definitely looks an interesting colour and is definitely a new model to the range. So because it's so shiny, it looks like it's got glass on the back of it, but they've incorporated a new, really quite high-tech, interesting way of polishing their phones with iron filings, magnetic stuff. Really quite cool. I'll try and put some videos in now so you can see what it looked like, but they've polished it so it's one uniform unibody feel, and it looks absolutely incredible. But it's going to be interesting to see how susceptible to fingerprints it is going to be, but we'll wait to see how that's going to be when we get our hands on one of the iPhone 7s. Okay, so that does conclude our overview, our rundown of the iPhone 7, everything that you kind of need to know about the iPhone 7 that we heard about last night. As I said, there will be a more in-depth review when we can get our hands on one of these, but we are expecting a review on the iPhone 7, the new Apple Watch S2, and then of course the AirPods. So all of that stuff is to come soon on this channel, so make sure you hit that like button, you subscribe, and stick around to make sure you watch those videos when they come out. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Live long and prosper.